Hello from Canada. Hi there. Laura, hey. Dina. And I can't door Dawn First Lady in here, y'all. My pronunciation is terrible. Uh Donean. Hi. I'm sorry. Uh, I've got this on my camera. This is the first time I've ever done a live on my camera. And I've got my Chromebook down here trying to see who all's in the chat to read. It's going to go away. Tammy, hey, Hope, Dorbeth, Kayla, Jeannie with the D. Okay, Deanie. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Uh, any of y'all that's done a live before with a camera and like a Chromebook, do y'all know it's a lag between it and my camera? Are y'all seeing what's on my Chromebook? I don't know. Chiquita, hey! Christy. Hey, Crystal. Teresa, sweet tea, how are you doing, sweetie? How are all of y'all doing? Mr. Knot's out bush hogging, and I called him, and I said, Diane, hi, Marilyn. Jeannie's Crochet, Bridget, hello, and Gracie. Oh, all of y'all, Trisha. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for all coming in. Oh, wow. I hope I didn't miss anybody up here. I can't. Now, look, y'all. I'm going live on my phone, but I've got my Chromebook set down here so I can see what's going on because my little chat up there fades so fast. And I can't see anything that's going on. So, yay, we went from Squirrel Raid from Dee's then to Tracy's, and now over here to me. Yay, y'all! Thank you. I'm gonna miss half of y'all. I don't want to, but Maribel, hi. If I've missed any of y'all, say something else where I can see you. Susan, hello. Oh, Susan, I know the storm is coming down there. Cheryl, hello. Y'all just come on in, tell everybody else, hey. Kelly, hey, how are you doing? Are you feeling all right, Kelly? I went to find you last night and you didn't come home, and I was going to text you all day today. And I didn't do it. I'm sorry. I'm seeing. Y'all, I'm looking back and forth. My Chromebook's down here and y'all are up here. My Chromebook's down here. And y'all are up here. So it's a nice evening in Northwest Indiana. That's great. And Gracie, did I tell you, hey? Nightingale Victoria, how are you doing? Well, Trisha, I'm feeling okay. It's just this thing happens. It's got to where it was going on like once every week or so, and now it's just every day, and some days it's 2 or 3 times a day, and it's just like this, something starts at the top of my head and it's just a heat, and I just feel like I'm burning up. And so I started taking my blood pressure every time it would happen, and my blood pressure's shooting way up too high. So I said, that's not good. So just so happened I had a I'm sorry, I'm looking down, y'all. I don't want to miss. Uh, Johnny, hey, I almost missed you. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. But that's what's going on with me, and that's why I asked for prayers, and I hope all of y'all will keep me in your prayers. I do go to the doctor Thursday. I already had an appointment, so that worked out great. And I bring it. What is your name, if you don't mind me asking? And I know you've probably told me before, but I didn't bring my sheet of names with me, as I always never get prepared for anything. Well, thank you, Mama Swift. Kelly, thank you. Laura Lee, hello. CJM Farms, hi. And CJM Farms, do you crochet? Tammy Cook, hello. Charlene, Crochet Corner, hey, how are you doing, hon? Well, thank you, Charlene. Were you here earlier and I didn't see you? I didn't buy anything today, Kelly. If y'all didn't see, where did I put it? Did y'all see my video today? Cheryl from North Carolina made this for me. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I got it Saturday, and I love it. I just, oh, okay, you knit. Well, that's great. We don't have anything against knitters. We love knitters. I'll have to go visit your side. Don't believe I've been over there before, but I'll make sure after this that I run over there and see. Hey, Jeanette, how are you doing, hon? And who else? Yarn Geek Ginger, hello. Denise Hoffman, how are you? And who else am I missing? I know y'all, I hate to look down. I want to look up, but if I look up, I can't see but 2 or 3 little things, and maybe it's 54 in Alaska. Wow, Laura. It's supposed to be in the 70s around here later in the week, but who knows? Who knows what the temperature is going to be like. But with the storm brewing down, well, not just brewing, when it's supposed to be making landfall. Y'all excuse my tissue. I got a stuffy, runny nose again still. 66, Kelly. Okay, in Wisconsin up there at the top. 95 out in Southern California. Ooh, Trisha. I love the South. Marion, hi. Did you just come in, or have I been missing you? Oh, hey, Mayor, how are you doing? Thank y'all all for coming. Thank y'all so much. I didn't know whether anybody would see that I was on or not. I just said, well, I'm going live. My oldest son was here. Mr. Knott's out bush hogging. And so I said, I'm going to do a live. How about that? And he was like, go ahead, Mama. I'm getting out of here. I said, well, you can stay with me. He was like, go on and do it. So, Glenda, hey, how are you tonight? I guess it's 7 here. I wasn't even paying attention to the clock. Barbara, how are you doing? Who else have I missed now? I don't want to miss any of y'all. And I can't hardly, let me see if I move this around, then I'll just be looking down and looking up instead of looking over and down. How about that? Geraldine, hey! How are you doing? And Marianne, hi! I'm glad you came in. Hello, 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 hon. Marianne and I have a thing to where we hello each other. Is the sound all right? Can y'all hear me? I didn't even think about that before am I too loud, or can you hear me, or whatever? Jeanette Maxwell, how are you doing, sweetheart? I'll go through here and, oh, Diane, where exactly are you, Diane? I know, are you up in the, like, Oregon or Washington? Are you over in Colorado, or? Sounds perfect, Gracie. Okay. Y'all can hear me. If you can't hear me or I'm getting too loud, y'all tell me. Say, Karen, it's too loud, or we can't hear you. Okay, Charlene, your message got hit. The YouTube will hide them if you say the word S on things, but that's fine. Um, I know when it's bad, I thought when I got to 1,000, I was like, oh, I can start doing lives now. I can do them on my phone. I'll do them. And every time I think about it, I go, I don't know if I want to go on yet. I'll mess it up. I just feel like I'm always going to mess everything up. But Laura Lee, did I say hi to you, sweetheart? I'm going back because y'all know my poor brain does not. I can be doing a video and tell y'all something, and then in my head I'm thinking, did I tell them that, or did I not tell them that, or what's going on? So sometimes I just, got to get it all together. Hi, Lane. How are you tonight? Y'all, thank y'all. Cynthia, hey, how are you this evening? I know it's so hard telling everybody hello, but I try and do my best. But y'all, if we're in a live and I'm there and telling everybody hey, and I don't see y'all, if I don't say hey to you, tell me 2 or 3 times and I'll say hey, because I hate to miss people, but I know I do all the time. Kim, how are you doing? Thank y'all all for, and here I go up into my voice. Oh, me, Jax, hey, sweetheart, my lovey-dovey, precious, wonderful friend. How are you up there in Washington? I'm just trying to catch up here. I'm fine. Lori, have I said hey to you? No, I just saw you. Wendy Bell, hi. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all being here so much. If y'all hadn't saw my video, I did get some mail-ins, but I've got it on my video. I'm trapped inside. I've pinned myself here in a little corner, so I can't scoot around to the back of the chair where I put them back. Hey, Christy Turley, how are you doing tonight? Over there around Heflin, Alabama, right? You don't mind me saying where you are, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Donna, hi, how are you doing? Oh, yes, Marianne, of course I will. You just let me know when you're coming on, and I'll be there. I've got little, in this room where we're in, there's a window air conditioning unit. And hey, Diana. Uh, window air conditioner, I was telling you. And I've tried to seal every little crack around it, but little bugs get in here and they drive me crazy. They'll be flying around me when I do a video, and they'll be doing this, and I'll be going, ah. What'd y'all say? Yeah, let's don't use the S. Y'all can go visit everybody all you want, because if someone here's in the chat and you're not part of their family, please go visit them and join with them, and that's wonderful. The YouTube bots kind of get a little upset when we use the S word, so you know we can be whatever. I've joined your family. I'm with you now. Came over to see you, and just anything else, but actually saying yes, Christy, that's a good one. Leaving you a present. Just y'all go over there and join with them. Just I don't know what it is. That's why YouTube is catching that word, and it's being hid from the chat. So, but y'all go to everybody. If you don't have somebody in here, y'all jump over there and go check them out, because there's a lot wonderful folks here, all of you. Joyce, hey, I'm so glad you're here. Cynthia, it's getting a little cooler. They say later on this week there may be some weather because of the storm. I'm not sure, No, I haven't been back to Hobby Lobby, Christy. I didn't see. I wanted to go back over there. Either one. I go to Carrollton or I go over there to Anniston. But I'm sure other people around YouTube have been showing them putting up new yarn. So I imagine it won't be long till they'll have, some of their new yarns put up. If any of y'all have been to Hobby Lobby and seen any of the new yarn, y'all can let us know about it, because I always love to see Hobby Lobby. Oh yes, Marianne, Ryan did have that hand-dyed yarn she got from Hobby Lobby, wasn't it? Darlene, hey, thank you for being here. Loving to have all of y'all tonight. Thank y'all for coming, each and every one of you. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, is your dad home, Christy, or is he still in the hospital? I knew you said that they were getting him off his oxygen, and I think that was, I may have heard again, but my feeble mind, y'all have to excuse me, because some people tell me things and then, whew, it's like, shoop, right over my head. I hear it for the moment that we're talking about it, and then it's gone. But if any of y'all hadn't done your dummies, hitchhikers, uh, Fonzies. That's Jaxie's word. The Fonzies. um, yeah, Mr. Knott has said the other day he brought in this yarn I showed on my video today. It's just the mill ends, and from that gift worthy again, and he brought that in, and he was so funny. He's like, we've talked about this over and over, and you keep telling me there's packages coming, but you don't have that many ordered before you tell me you're not going to order, because my thing always is, well, now, hon, I'm not going to order anymore, but I've got a few that are coming. He kind of, caught on to some of my, I still got some on the way. Where did I get, are you asking me, Jeanette, where I got the mill ends from? Gift worthy. I don't know. I think it's all one word. Gift worthy. Um, I think it goes by yarn. Gift worthy yarns. And they've got the all of the cotton yarn that I had gotten, the bags of cotton yarn. That's where they came from, and they have some line brand homespun. I showed that today on the video I did, and well, thank you. And yeah, Ginger, that's right. Mr. Geek's catching all that. Mr. Knott's, and y'all know, if any of y'all hadn't heard the story, Mr. Knott's Mr. Knott, because I told him he was being Mr. Yarn Addict. And right, y'all could order it. I could pay you for it. Y'all send it to me. And then that way I'd say, no, I didn't do it. They sent it to me. Good one, Kelly. But when I was asking him if he wanted to be Mr. Yarn Addict, he said, no, I am not a yarn addict. So I named him Mr. Knott after that. He's not a yarn addict. Did you, Mary Ann, you order some? It's nice, this cotton yarn. And I think way back in the beginning, I ordered some others kind of like this. Today I showed a Karenjmccaghren 1-pounder in the baby yarn. And I think I had got some of that before. I don't remember, but I've been getting the cotton yarn, which is from Spin Right. All of their cotton is, well, the cotton that I ordered, they got some from Line Brand and other places. But thank you, Mary Ann. I appreciate that. Um, your husband can hear me, Darlene. I'll try to be quieter. No, but the cotton yarn from Spin Right is fantastic. I love all of that I've gotten. And this yarn, I opened some of it up, and it's nice yarn. I mean, a lot of people don't like that homespun. I personally do, but I just use a bigger hook than I, would normally use, just to go up a size or two, and that way you can kind of feel your stitches. And I don't have any problem with it. That's just the way I crocheted a long, like you consider sweater vest, I guess, last year, and I love that thing. Of course, I think it was with the homespun thicker yarn, the bulky, whatever that is. Mayor, you like the homespun too? I do. I love it. The organic Marianne, the one that they've just come out with. Oh, Kelly, I wondered what was. Hey, Kitty, I think I missed you. How are you doing tonight? Let me look back up and see what. The Joyce, the pot holders, I was making those from just some of that cotton yarn. The gift worthy cotton yarn is basically like the peaches and cream or some of those. Anything I think Spin Right does comes from Yarn Inspirations. So whatever kind of cotton, 100% cotton yarns that they have is what I take it that Spin Right sells. Some of y'all that knows more about what Spin Right makes there, y'all can tell me, but that was what I was under the impression. CJM Farms, are you leaving or have you left? I'm sitting here just trying to catch up and go back through and oh, I know, Diane. It's he Mr. Not in one way, it was fantastic that they finally approved my disability because I can finally now have a check coming in. But it's not a lot, but it certainly does help. But I've kind of set aside a little bit and said, hey, that's my yarn budget over here. It doesn't have to come out of anything else. It comes out of my check. When we were running our business, it was always nice to not have to run behind him. When we first got married, it was kind of like I quit work just to begin with because he needed help with the farm and he was going to a bunch of sales during that time, and either I would go with him or we would get up calves like the morning he was leaving for the sale, and he was always like, well, it's worth more to me to have someone out here helping me than you to go, to work. So hey Judy, thanks for being here. So I quit work just as soon as we got married. Well, I quit work 2 weeks before we got married. Of course, our engagement was only 3 weeks, so he asked me to marry him on my birthday, and we got married 3 weeks later. But all of my friends and family got together and had me a shower. We had the wedding at my mother's house, and she has a humongous den across the whole back part of her house. It's almost as big as the rest of her house, but they just put up chairs, and we got the preacher there, and we had the flowers up there. My cousin played the piano. We had a beautiful wedding. So I didn't feel like I missed anything by having such a short engagement, but we've been married going on 43 years now, so I guess that it was something stuck here. But what I was coming around to say was, in the beginning, I always kind of felt like, oh, well, I knew I was out there working and helping him, but it was kind of like I stepped into his world and I wasn't bringing in a check. Of course, when we started with our trucking company, I was doing everything to do with the books and the talking to the people and just everything because he was off and gone all the time. So during that point in time, I didn't feel too bad about not talking to him about what I was doing. Well, thank y'all. 43 years, yep, almost. Y'all celebrated well, that's fantastic. Y'all are just, let's see, my anniversary's in May, so it's however many months away that it's But we've stayed together that long. But what else are y'all doing? What are you making? What do you got in your cup? As Granny D would always, and Krista. Um, 30, Glenda, that's fantastic. I love to hear when people have been together for years and years. Elaine, I did say hey to you, didn't I? Let me see who, if I've missed anything, y'all. Yeah, Joyce, if you're on your mobile phone, I don't know. Do y'all know if there's any way to do it on your mobile phone? I always can do it on my Chromebook. I always, when I'm in a chat, I do it on it so I can be able to tag people and tell everybody hi. Yes, Kelly Yarn Money. Bye, Wendy. If you're still hanging around for just a minute afterwards, I'm sorry I didn't see you say. Y'all, I'm just. Lori, have I said hey to you? Yes, I've got pictures of my wedding. I'll have to show them to y'all sometime. Oh, Ginger, you got working on Pamela's. That's so pretty. I saw that. Uh, Pamela's Adoring Crochet had her pocket shawl. Didn't Neva at Manic Mama do one too? But Pamela did a tutorial on it, didn't she? Or am I just dreaming that up? Okay, Laura Lee, you're ready to go. You got your Folgers in your cup. I had to drink a cup of coffee right. I fixed it right before Dee, so I was drinking it during hers. I usually don't fix a cup of coffee that early. If I'm getting sleepy around, well, about this time, I'll fix a cup of coffee. But since I drank that cup of coffee, then hey, Savannah, I saw Kelly tell you hey, and I missed you. Don't want to miss you. And y'all, if I've missed, I hate just looking down. I know other people have their ways of doing it to where they don't have to, but hey, Crochet Nana Michelle, how are you doing? I hadn't been live that much. I've had a live several, a few, but I just I've been telling myself ever since I got to 1,000, I was gonna do a live. I just on Tuesdays is when I think I'm gonna start doing one every week on Tuesdays. That seems to be a better day for it. I don't know. It might not work out, but sometime Tuesday afternoon, probably later in the afternoon. Y'all can let me know what y'all think about that because I really want to find. I don't, and I know there's so many of us now that are doing lives. Lori's Crochet Corner has a live, I think, on Tuesdays, or she changed. I'm not sure about her schedule anymore. I just pop in when I can, and but I don't want to get in her time slot. But I think I'm gonna try to work it out and try to get at least some point in time, once a week, at least, and do a live. Oh, I'm sorry, Mayor. This last year's when he passed away. I'm so sorry. I think I've heard you say that, but I just appreciate all of y'all coming. Jen, have I said hey to you? Were you here? Everybody that was here in the beginning, and then y'all come back up, and then I don't remember if I say hey or not. 29 years, Maribel, that's fantastic. I didn't want to just sit here and look, but I wanted to make sure I didn't miss. Donna Mako, sweetheart, how are you doing? Thank you for being here so much. I appreciate you being here. Oh, goodness, FedEx. You know, out of all the carriers, FedEx has been the one that I've had more trouble with. Um, this house is, I guess you would say it's kind of a ranch style. It's a white brick house, but it's a long old house. It's got a front porch that way, and it's just a small front porch comes up to the front door. Nobody goes that way. The walkway, you can't, I mean, the grass is off of it, but you know, it's just not to where anybody, you can kind of tell nobody goes up that way. And I had put down several times on different things to please always bring to my carport door, which is that way. And I've 2 or 3 different times I have looked for a FedEx package that say it's delivered. Well, I go out there on the carport looking around to see if they put it up anywhere, you know. And 2 or 3 different times it hit me later. They left it on that front porch. That front porch is so dirty. It had a flower planter beside it. In the last couple of years, I have not been able to plant any flowers out there, and the dogs have come through. I go out there every blue moon and sweep it off, but nobody would think that, you know, there's cobwebs on the door. Good grief. And they sit it out there on the front porch. I am like, what? So, is Carrie here? Hey, Carrie, how are you tonight? Hugs to you too, sweetheart. Yes, I just decided Mr. Knott is out bush hogging, and he said he is going to bush hog at least till dark. It's getting close to 9, and it's still pretty good daylight out there, so he'll bush hog on. And I wanted to let him know to be sure that he knew that if he came in the house, I was on, and for him not to come in telling me about how aggravated he got bush hogging. So, Angela, hello. Natalie, how are you? Everybody, thank y'all for coming. I appreciate all of y'all being here. I didn't, you know, I just out of the blue did this, so thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. What time is it here, darling? It's 7:39. It's what, 8:39 your time? Angie, hey, how are you? I'm just so glad all of y'all came. Y'all just warmed my heart tonight, made my day. The way I'd been feeling here lately, that's what got tickled with my son when I told him. I said, you know, you can just stay in here. And he said, no, I'm not going to stay. You just have fun talking to all your friends. Y'all just have a big time. I said, okay, I will. CJ, hey, how are you? I just keep going, how are you doing tonight when everybody comes in? Terry, hey, thank you for coming. Thank y'all. All of y'all hit the thumbs up when you come in or when you leave. Just make sure you don't forget it. I'm looking down if I hadn't told all the ones that's come in. I've got my Chromebook down here so I can see the chat, and that's why I'm not looking up at y'all all the time. So I'm sorry, I know y'all don't want to see the top of my head, but Barbara, hello. Well, thank you, hon. How are you doing tonight? Well, thanks, Terry. Oh, and here's another Terry. How are you? Thank y'all so much for coming in here tonight. Yeah, this room in my house has been, we've lived here a little over 10 years. 12 years is where we, the house that we bought, um, the house that we bought, Butch, did he stay? Yeah, Butch and Lucy, how are y'all doing? Um, anyway, the house we bought when we first got married, we lived there 30 years, and all of my children now, the middle boy lived in it for several years. The oldest boy and his wife lived in it a couple of years. We've been in it out a couple of years. And now my youngest daughter, who is Hazel's mother, my baby granddaughter, uh, they're living in it now. So we lived there, and then we came here and bought this house. This house was my husband's aunt's house, and she passed away back in 91, but her husband stayed on, and he died in '07. So we bought the house after he passed away, and we had to come in, and we didn't do a lot of cleaning is what we did, but I've just painted the walls. And if any of y'all saw the day that I turned the camera around to show y'all my chairs, I thought y'all could see my green oven, that avocado green oven that's still in there. It worked, so I hadn't changed it. Oh, but this isn't where the house I wanted, but there's a lot of things in life that you do that you didn't have planned to do. But this house sits right in the middle of our farm. The land that it was on, Mr. Dott's dad owned it and sold it to uh, his aunt and uncle. So, and they had built this house. So we kind of did it to kind of safeguard ourselves from having someone else move in, right here in the middle of the farm. But I mean, I love being here, but uh, it's just not, it's way too much house for two people. So, and of course that, oh, okay, Michelle, you're in the 60s. Well, I'm in the 70s, so we're close. But this room to begin with was where his aunt's dining room was. And there's a fireplace in here. And I always said that I didn't want the dining room, I was going to make this into some kind of little den. And I moved the dining room to the other part of the house, a room right off the kitchen. And I put my bookcases back here. With Terry, this one was built in the early 70s. The house that we bought right after we got married was built in the mid 75 or 6. It was almost new. It had only been like 3 or 4 years old when we bought it. So, but I had these bookcases, and I always loved my books. I had the encyclopedias that had been up there forever. And I moved all this in here and just had my 2 chairs, and then of course it became the room that the kids played in. And so this year, I don't know what happened or why that sun porch got so hot, but it was to the point to where I could not stay out there. Susan, hello. Have I said hey to you already? I probably telling all y'all hey 50 times and miss 50. Can't miss 50 people, but yeah, there's 56 in here, so, or 56 thumbs and 51 watching. Thank y'all. Y'all just have made my night. But, oh, Judy, the house that your husband grew up in, well, that's what I really had always kind of thought. The house he grew up in is right across the road. And they had built it in 59. And I had kind of always thought that we would just be over there. But his mother was still living when we bought this house. And of course, that was another thing. She was across the road and she was in her late 80s. And, she needed people around her close. So that was one of those other reasons of buying the house. But to go back to the book, when that porch got so hot this year, I just told the boys, I said, we've got to get the stuff out of that room, and I'm going to move in there because it's just way, way too hot out here. So that's what we did. And I asked both of the boys yesterday or whenever if they were going to carry these books out when I got them boxed up. The middle one said, you don't want us to do it today, do you? I said, no, I'm going to box them up. Or y'all going to get them out of here for me, though? They both agreed that they would definitely get the books out of here if I boxed them up. So we'll start putting up more yarn. Then I might have more places for more yarn that I could put up. Y'all know I need more yarn, don't you? A turquoise, is it a new one that they, from the ones that came out years ago? I've seen those pretty refrigerators and appliances that they're making back in the turquoise and yellows and things like that. I love those, the bright. I've seen them. Mainly what I saw, they were redoing, well, I used to watch HGTV all day, and now I watch a lot more YouTube all day instead of, so I've gotten a little lost on the remodeling houses and how they're doing it, but I saw some appliances like that with the turquoise refrigerator and all in one of the little tiny homes. And then I saw, yeah, if I buy more yarn, he might go into a conniption that he might not ever get over. But right, Ginger, we all need new yarn. Y'all have told me that I'm a terrible enabler. And I guess I am, because my motto is more yarn. What's the thing? Happy wife, happy life. Well, happy wife with yarn, y'all figure out some way to rhyme that, and then happy life. So, but yes. Oh, she's had it that long? Well, that's fantastic. A pink one, Terry. Oh my goodness. That's so cool. Yes, I just love to see yarn. There's just, and I know I told Mr. Knott after I got on, uh, okay, Michelle, happy wife with yarn will do no harm. That's a good one. I love that. Um, but boy, that left my mind real fast. It went, whew. I have no idea what I was saying now. Hey, Mary, have I told you hey already? Or did you slip in here on me? You may have, like I said, if you were here right in the beginning, I forget. Burnt orange. Oh my. And that, what was that gold color that was in the 70s, I think, with the avocado green and the gold and some other color. The green and the gold were not, I think I can take the green a lot more. The oven is the only thing. It was an oven and a cooktop. We changed the cooktop, but the oven's the only thing we've got left. It's the green. But, well, hey, Molly Crochets, how are you tonight? Thank you for coming. I appreciate all of y'all being here. Yes, Kelly, we know you would love everything pink. Oh, Terry, I think I remember the cranberry red. Yeah. Oh, that shag carpet. My mother, the house I grew up in, they moved there when I was 2, and they had the most beautiful hardwood floors. Well, in the 70s, late 60s, I guess it was, uh, when all the shag carpet was coming, got to be the thing, Mama wanted to put carpet down, and Daddy was like, no, uh, we're not messing up these floors. So she thought she was going to refinish the floors herself. She said, well, that if she couldn't put carpet down, she'd just redo them. And she went in there and poured, what did she pour on the floor? It wasn't bleach. Uh, oh, goodness. I told y'all I can't remember anything. But she poured some kind of cleaner on the floor, and she started in one corner, and it just turned that wood black. So, of course, it didn't bother her because she got to get her shag carpet then. Well, my daddy died in 96, and sometime in the 90s, though, not long before he died, uh, Mama decided she wanted wood floors. So they went and pulled all the carpet. They carpeted the bedrooms, and the living room at that time was, she turned it into a dining room after she took all the carpet up. But those floors were perfect. They pulled all that carpet up, and where that big black spot was, it was gone. Daddy was like, well, if I'd have waited a few months, maybe that thing would have been gone. I wouldn't have had to put down carpet. She said, nah, you'd have had to put down carpet anyway. That was what. I'm missing all of what y'all are saying, just running my mouth. Oh, Mayor Pink. Well, this house, the main bathroom away from the master bathroom that everybody else, we've got a bathroom on that end of the house, and it's perfect. It has white tile, other than being dirty all the time because it's right at the door off the carport. But it had white tile in it. This bathroom down this hall has that avocado green tile in it, and the bathroom off the master bedroom has yellow tile. Well, one of the pink rugs, I think I showed y'all the first rug I made, the pink one, I found one day at, I believe, one of the dollar stores, Dollar General or Family Dollar or whatever, and they had a shower curtain, and it had big old circle on it, and they were that color green with some lighter green and pink, that hot pink, and something else. So I saw that thing and said, perfect, perfect. I can put this shower curtain up in there and it'll do, add color to the whole room. So that's what I did, and that's what I made that first rug for. I've got to make a couple of more for that bathroom, but I've been making them for mine. I've got one made for in front of the shower and one made for over at the sink, and then we've got a cabinet in the middle that I'm gonna always have had a rug right there, so I've got to make one. Well, actually, the rug that I started on, I don't know if I showed y'all the yellow rug that I've started on again. That's going to be the other rug for my bathroom. So, oh yes, that shag carpet. Oh, Terry, I love making rugs too. Terry Mayer's Crochet. I don't know if I know you, Terry. I'll have to go. I'll check you out right after this live when I get off here. But yes, you know, there's a lot of things, and there's things that I've been cleaning out the closets and things, and told Mr. Knott that used to I'd keep clothes forever, because through the years I'd went up in size and down in size and up and down, and so I would keep certain things, you know, that I thought, well, if I get bigger or if I get smaller. So now I've just said, you know, whatever, if I get bigger or smaller, I'm kind of in the middle of where I used to be, so I've said, that's fine. I don't want to get any bigger, and I don't care if I get any smaller, so I'm fine. But cleaning out the closets, I said, you know, all this stuff may come back in style. And he was like, are you going to keep it 50 years? And I was like, well, I guess not. But this stuff does come around. Of course, they add on something a little new to the stuff that they make, but they copy the old. So I love seeing a lot of those old things and all like that. I think that it's really neat. But, well, have all of y'all eat dinner already, or I hadn't had, I don't eat dinner, supper, as I always used to call it. Um, I used to be a lot bigger than I am now, and that's the one way I lost weight was after 5 o'clock. I quit eating anything. I drink my water all the time, and I cut out. I love sweet tea, and if I get on a kick of drinking sweet tea, I'll drink sweet tea from morning till night. So I have to make myself, especially in the summer, to stop. So I drink water, and I'm fine as long as I can drink my water. You're having liver, Carrie? That's one thing I had never cared for. And Mr. Knott doesn't hardly eat anything, but one thing he will eat is chicken livers. So I always cook chicken livers with kind of a face while I was cooking them. Turkey chili. That sounds great. And what else? I know some of y'all have been telling me, what else are y'all working on? What all's going on? Oh, yes, yarn joy, Terry, those wedge heels. I could never wear them back then, and I sure can't now, so. Oh, yes, Natalie, we love our sweet tea. We can't do, I went somewhere. Where did I go? I'm trying to think the last time I went off to a different state. It hadn't been that long ago. Mr. Knott and I went I can't remember. It was somewhere close by the south. It wasn't too far off. But wherever we went in somewhere, and I said, I'd like to get a glass of sweet tea. And they were like, oh, we've got sweet and low and, you know, whatever, but, you know, we don't make sweet tea. And I was like, dude, what? I know that I've been, you know, used to, I would travel with Mr. Knott a lot of the times, and he didn't drive all the times, but he would go on trips. And then we had also with our trucking company, we did a lot of expedited shipments. So one of the boys, youngest boy, when he got out of school, he did a lot of the expedited shipments. And a lot of times when it was where I could go with him, I would go. So I've been a little bit of everywhere. You can take Florida from Miami, because we went down there a lot, and draw a line up to New Jersey, across up to Niagara Falls, all the way over to Wisconsin, come back down to Texas, and come back across, and that was the area of the country our trucks went in. So we used to go a little bit of everywhere. Joyce, you're making flat iron steak. Well, that sounds great. Everybody's making you hungry, Kitty. Yep. When you start talking about food, that's 54, Terry? Is that what you're saying? That's how old you are? Oh my. You don't look 54. I didn't think that was how old you were, honey. I appreciate all of y'all. Have I told y'all how much I appreciate y'all being here? Maybe if I do more lives, I wouldn't be so. I guess I'm scared of I'm not scared of anything basically, but I feel like when I'm doing a live, I'm just messing up everything. I'm gonna turn this air. I've got some air. Y'all tell me if it's too loud, that's fine. I'm not hot. I'm just getting a little bit warm. I'll turn it up here so it'll cut itself off. Well, thank you, Michelle. Can y'all hear that? Is it too loud? I know, Jeanette. Cheryl, how are you doing? Yes, I'm so glad. Cheryl, I showed everybody, those of you that didn't see it, look what I got. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this. I love it. And thank you, Cheryl. I'm so glad you came. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, it's raining in North Carolina. I love that bag, Cheryl. And Cheryl there made it for, or had her granddaughter make it for me. I love it. I just opened that up and tears came, and I thought, my boys are here. I'm not going to start squalling in front of them. But they knew I was just carried away with it. I love it. Y'all didn't tell me now, is this air conditioner too loud over here? I feel like I haven't. It's not. Now, if it is, I'll cut it back off. It's not that I'm just hot. It's that I know I'll be getting hot. I'm just reading, y'all. Am I getting out of the picture? Oh, Daddle, I know, I know, I know. I just want it, I don't want it. I'm one of these type people. I don't like cold weather, freezing and below, but I like 30 to 40 because I don't like it hot, hot, hot. I don't do well with either extreme temperature. I don't know. After I started having some heart problems last year, I'd been having issues. It's gotten worse as the years gone on with, I don't know why, or if it's older age, or I've blamed it on the problems I have with my spine. But if I get too hot, I just, oh, my whole body just starts to, act crazy. So my husband finally, Mr. Dunn, finally got it through his head that when I'm outside and doing something, if it starts getting hot, he knows to get me inside. Used to, he'd be like, well, you had been out here, but just a little bit. And I go, I'm getting hot. I can't stand it. So, but it messes up. And then when it gets too cold, getting so old and creaky and can't move. It takes me forever just to get up and get moving when it's cold. And I never thought in the world that I would, when you're young and you think about what being old is going to look like, it's not anything like what you've imagined. And I'm only 62. I know that's a lot older than a lot of y'all, but I try to tell myself I'm only 62 with stuff. And you would think that I was about 90 the way I feel some days. Right, Becky. That's what, Mr. Knott and I used to have this conversation always. He would stay in the hottest temperature that there ever was. We go to Florida and he will stay outside, don't matter. And I'm like, nope, nope, no, I can't handle it. And he's like, oh, I love the hot weather. And I'm like, I don't, because you only have so much clothes you can take off, and then that's it. You can't do no more. But when you're cold, you can keep piling them on. So, Laura Lee, have y'all been traveling in a motorhome? Brenda, hey there, I about missed you. Brenda, the newbie crocheter. Is Taffy here? Did I miss Ladybug? Where'd you come in? I've got to search now. Papa Swift's older than me, Mama Swift, really? Well, how about that? Ain't it? Hey! There you are, Taffy. How are you doing? Thanks for coming. Ain't it? How are you tonight? Thank you for coming. Oh, okay, Laura Lee. I know, that's what I had just thought. Well, hey, Melissa, how are you doing tonight? Hon, prayers for you for your surgery tomorrow. I'll certainly be thinking about you and keeping you in my prayers tonight, tomorrow. Well, I always have you in my prayers, but I'll certainly keep you during your surgery tomorrow. I'll make that come back on if y'all can stand it. I just hope that, this helps you, and I hope that you can find a kidney soon. But, well, y'all, I've been on here an hour. Do y'all want to stay, or you want to go, or Mr. Knott hadn't got home, so I can talk to y'all? I'm just trying to catch up. I hate to sit here and look down. I'm going to try to figure out some way if I start doing it. Sandra Tanner, I almost missed you, hon. I'm sorry. Hello to everybody. Okay, Jim. Well, thank you so much for coming by and being here with us. I appreciate that so much. Y'all don't know how much this means to me that all of y'all came. Wow, we got 64 thumbs. Y'all are kidding me. Thank y'all. I appreciate this so much. Does nobody come on during this time on Mondays? I'm bad about the lives. I know some of them. I guess that's something I never did was look at Madonna's schedule for the lives. That's terrible. Well, thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. I love y'all. Well, thanks, Jen. I think sometimes everybody would go running. They hear it's not just a southern accent, it's a southern country accent. Well, thank y'all. Y'all just mean the world to me. Y'all, this past year, if I hadn't, really, y'all, I was getting to the point of just being here. Of course, Mr. Knott retired year before last, or it's going on 3 years, may have been 3 years, whatever. But he was still busy doing some stuff. He's been home more this past year than he's ever been. That man I thought would never slow down and stop, but he's been at home a lot more this past year. And so I decided to just go on, and me and my chair are getting crooked here. I decided to go on and come. My middle boy, Austin, kept telling me, Mama, go on, just go on YouTube. If you've got a few, subscribers, that's fine. It don't matter how many you got. And I was like, well, I guess I will. His thing's always been, excuse me, he's always been, Mama, you like to talk to people, so get on there. And I'm like, well, yes, I do enjoy talking to people. But when I first started, I thought, oh my goodness, nobody will listen to me talk. They'll listen to me one time and go, she's so country and southern and everything, we don't want to listen to that. But yeah, any of y'all that's leaving, y'all go ahead. I understand. I'm going to just be on a little bit longer. But if y'all got things to do and y'all need to go, Becky, are you leaving? Well, bye. I'm trying to catch and see. Thank you, Ladybug, for that. But yes, anybody that needs to leave, go ahead. Well, Sandra, that's good. I used to hear these Southern ladies talk, and they had such a wonderful accent that it was, and I thought, I don't sound like them. I went to New York with two friends, these ladies that they were wives of people that were in the cattle business that we all knew each other, and one of them decided, she said, we're going to go to New York. And I was like, yes, I'll go with y'all. So we went up there, and the little guy that was in the little dining place where they'd serve breakfast and lunch, the waiter there, he came up the first day we were there. I think we ran in there, and Linda, hello, thank you for stopping by. Well, thank you, Terry. um, but I would say stuff to him, and he'd go, "I just love your accent," and I was like, "You've got to be kidding!" And he was like, "No, all of y'all are just. I love listening to y'all talk." And I was like, "Well, okay," but I'd kid with him, and I go, "You gonna talk to us little old ladies from Georgia?" He'd be, "Just talk to me," And I was like, "Alrighty." But we had a great time. That was one of the things I had always wanted to do, was go to New York City and go. We were up there 4 days, 3 nights and 4 days. We went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. We went to the Modern Museum of Art. We went to a Broadway show every night. The afternoon before we were going to leave, we went to see the Rockettes and went to the Statue of Liberty, went down and walked on Wall Street. I flagged my first taxi in my life down on Wall Street, y'all. I was just in high heaven. Y'all could see me walking up Wall Street and flagging a taxi down. I know people, if anybody saw me for more than a day or two, thought that woman's crazy. My other friends had been to New York before, and that was the first time I'd ever been, and I was just having a blast. I just had the best time. But we had a great time, and that was something I'd always wanted to do. Well, Sandra, no, if you... I understand completely. Karen Crocheter, hi, thank you for coming by. Have I missed anybody else? Hey to everybody, and bye to any of y'all that are leaving. Y'all go ahead. I'm gonna wrap it up here in just a minute. Linda, what Linda? Oh, Quilty, yes, Linda, how are you doing? Kelly, I saw Linda and thought I'd missed another. I know Quilty's Linda, but sometimes someone says Linda and it don't register with me right off the bat. But when did I go to New York? That was back in the early 90s. And then Mr. Knott and I went probably toward the later 90s, I guess. But of course, we didn't take any Broadway shows in. We walked down Fifth Avenue and went to Central Park, and we stayed up there only 2 days. So I was doing real good to get him to go that long. And the only way I got him to go was we had a company that we hauled freight for that was here close by, and their main office was up right outside of Philadelphia. So we flew up to Philadelphia, and a good friend of ours that we hauled cattle for used to ship baby calves up into the northern part of New York where the farms and all are. And he wanted to go over there and ride by there and see exactly where that place was. So I told him if we did that, we were going to drive down to New York City and we'd fly back home out of New York City. So he agreed, and that's the only way I got him to New York City. He certainly would. If I'd have ever just said, "Come on, let's fly to New York or drive to New York or whatever," he would have been no, no, no. But I love going places. That's one thing that really bothers me now with my health. the way it is. And I'm not that bad that I can't travel, I mean, but it has put a damper on what all I really would like to do now that we're retired. Uh, I wanted just to travel everywhere when we retired. That was my big goal. You know, we're just going to take off and start seeing things. But we haven't done that yet. So, of course, this year I think we would have went somewhere. I don't know if we would have went far, but we would have got out and gone somewhere if it hadn't been for the COVID. We have gone to Florida. Uh, I spent, when I had my last neck surgery, we spent uh, 5 weeks down in Jacksonville, Florida at the Mayo Clinic, but I had never, my brother now lives not far from Jacksonville, and he had lived down there, he and his family, and they had moved away for a while. And when I had my surgery, they were not living down around there. So we stayed and had a nice time being able to go. It was in February. My surgery was on the 31st of January, so I got to spend the whole month of February and a few weeks of March down there. But we had a great time going to the beach, and I love that, but I just can't stand the hot weather all the time. You just been lurking, CJ. Well, I'm glad that you've been here. I'm glad all of y'all have been here, but it's getting pretty dark out there now, so I guess he'll be coming in, and I guess I'll let y'all go on and go. And I appreciate every one of y'all tonight that came. I appreciate y'all staying here with me. Just 2 seconds. I got to knock something off my camera up here now. There we go. I appreciate this so much. I wasn't sure if any of y'all would be around, but thank y'all so much for coming. And I loved seeing all of y'all. And if I missed y'all, I'm so sorry. But y'all know I love you all and appreciate y'all so much, and just warms my heart to have y'all here with me. It really does. And I'm not sure how to turn this camera off on this phone, so we're gonna have to work something out. Y'all may be seeing me here for a while longer, but y'all, I love you all. I truly do. And I just appreciate all of y'all being in my life. I truly, truly do. And thank y'all. And I'm going to try to hit the button. But y'all, I'll see y'all at another time. And thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all for being here.